So some of the things that are going on in March. One of the things that did pop up was that March isn't just another month. It is the gateway to the east. And when we look at our new moon that is happening in 2 hours, that is allowing us to look forward to new things, new growths, for us to let go of some things. The arrival of the spring equinox on Friday, March 20th at 7:46 a.m., that is where light and darkness is to be restored. And when we did our journey to Egypt the other time, when was it? A couple weeks ago. A lot of us got information and got certain downloads that our ley lines are being charged up, straightened out. The information that we're getting is getting clearer. The divine feminine played a huge part in that, where the Sphinx lion is looking right at Regulus, the star of the Leo constellation. And so it's kind of looking at itself and going, where is it that you want us to go? So I think that's asking us that same question, and it's easy for us to slip into the dark and into the negativity. And our challenge is to stay in the light, to stay bright, to know when to walk away from something that no longer serves us. Maybe it's a conversation that's starting to trigger us. We don't have to answer it then. We can just walk away from it. So this morning I got an email from a group of people who were following this indigenous leader called Sun Bear. And he was prominent in the 60s, 70s, I believe. And through synchronicities, I became aware of this person, and I connected with the leader of this group right now. And it's all about, his group is sharing indigenous ways, which got him into a lot of trouble with the indigenous community. But for the unity of all, at least that's what I'm getting out of it so far. And so she sent an email talking about this time and how we tap into this time of the letting go of the north energies of winter and jumping in and embracing the east energies of spring and renewal, dawn, new beginnings. She had this thing, she goes, just imagine waking up before sunrise. And for me, I'm like, oh, really? Can't I sleep in? No. Wake up before sunrise. And just imagine the sky slowly become lighter. And you may be sitting on a beach or on a tree stump or a rock. And as the sky becomes lighter, the birds start singing and the day begins. And it's that feeling of hope and renewal is the kind of energy that these people associated with the East. And they gave it a name. They gave it Wabun. And the Wabun is, a lot of times we will cloak certain energies, give them a name so that when we want to bring them in, we want to call them in close to our luminous energy fields. We call them in, we can call them by a name. Some people hear the name really clearly. Some people see an image. Some people just have a knowing. And for me, I never get a name, so I have to do the cloak myself. And so for me, the eastern direction is always, I call in the winds of the east, and I call in the winds of Great Spirit Eagle. So Eagle is my Waban, bringing in clarity, inspiration, a new cycle, even if it's just for the day. And it's also allowing me a clearer direction. So with that, when we set our intentions at this time, I felt like we had a big preparation when we went to Egypt. And we got a big prep on how we are going to be balancing these masculine and feminine energies, and how it feels like there's one side that's too heavy-handed, that's been around for way too long, the patriarchal energies. And it just needs to be balanced out with the divine feminine. And I think we got a little bit of it then. But this month is asking us to plant our intentions of how we want to see our lives, our health, our world, whatever you want to do. Bring that east energy in. At this time, as we're looking at the winter energy, the north energy, that serves as such a healing space where we could see our path that we took from the last time this equinox came around, and we can see what worked really well, what didn't work really well, and we can adjust it at this time. And this is a powerful time for adjustment. So, I'm going to read something here, and then we're going to drop into, let me make sure my sound is original sound for musicians. I think that's going to be okay. And then we're going to go into a healing journey. It's going to be a short one, and then we'll come back. Before I do, though, I pulled 3 cards that I wanted to throw, and I think this is kind of important because we're in this shift, because we're in this really. We're in this place where we are letting go of the patriarchal society, the society that's heavy-handed, that has a lot of control. They are pushing back, and they're going, we don't want to let go. So it's important to maintain our spiritual attunement, to check our chakra centers, to check our luminous energy field, and do this a lot. Bring in protections, so that when we check our energy field, I was talking to somebody today, and she was not doing well, not feeling well, and I said, "Well, how's your chakras? How's your energy?" And when she went in and tapped into them, she goes, "They were covered in sludge," and so she started cleaning them up. And I go, "Oh, good thing she caught it." And so I said, when was the last time I did that? And it's been too long ago. So right before this meeting, I went down, checked my energy field, my chakras. They were all good, but they were dull. dull, dull, dull. So I took out some polish, luminous energy field polish, polished them up, got them all bright. You know, there's some up there are still tarnished that I need to do some more work on, but let's not forget that when we go in. The 3 cards that I pulled this is from my Art Through the StreamYard Oracle. And this is, it's this card here. And it's Take a Stand. And I didn't understand what that card meant at first, but it says, your beliefs define your character. Protect your spiritual armor, stand firmly on the ground, and hold true to your commitments. And then I went, how true is that right now in this moment in time that we have to, we're getting pushed and pulled. We have to take a stand. We have to protect our spiritual armor. I was like, okay, good, good, good. The second card I got was Anchoring the Celtic Ray. Be calm and anchor your energy. So during these times, we don't have to do a really long ceremony to do this. It could be really short. We could just go out, light a candle, and just check our field, feel the earth beneath us, and just get in touch for just a little bit, forever how long it is. Maybe later on it can be longer, but if you go, oh man, I only got like 30 seconds, well, do it for 30 seconds. And then the last card I got, which is the blend, and it is the Divine Union. And this is, I love this card because it's Jesus and Mary is the way that I look at this. And then there's a spaceship. I think that these meetings are more powerful when we're all together. However, they are still just as powerful after the fact. If you just go online and bring in everybody else who wants to come along on the journey, bring our spirit team in, then they are just as powerful. So Aisha put in some of her daily prayers, and that is great. Beloved, I am present bright. Round me in your seal, your tube of light. From ascended master flame, call forth now in God's own name. Let it keep my temple free from all my discord sent to me. Ooh, and she's got
from all discord sent to me. I was cleaning out my garage and I found this card from like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, and it has that prayer on the back. But this is yourself, the Christ self, and your I am presence. And I find that when I invite my I am presence to surround me in this tube of light, I really notice a shift because there is so much stuff going on out there. So it really helps me. So I thought I would share it.
Thank you. Thank you. And when you're talking about the I am presence, what does that mean to you?
The God that is within and around all of us.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The God that is within and all around us. So often we think of the God as only out there. We forget how important it is in there. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, and the second part of this is I am calling forth violet fire to blaze and transmute all desire, keeping on in freedom's name till I am one with the violet flame. So somebody just posted, so that is after you surround yourself in the tube of light from everything coming from without, then you invoke the violet flame to clean yourself out from anything that's coming from within.
Yeah, I think the Saint Germain energy that is around needs to be called in a lot more from that ascended master, because he is a healing, he's a transformation, he's part of this ascension in the age of Aquarius. So I think I put a video up on about him, but if not, you can email me and I'll send you some information. All right, so we're going to lean on each other in this community, and well, maybe not lean on, just support, just be there. So here's what I wrote down. But before we get going, let's just open up sacred space, and I will do this relatively quickly. It can go on. Again, it's not the length of time that we spend in this, because we can spend a long time in opening up the 4 directions for us, which is 6. It just keeps growing. And then we add ourselves, 7. So when we stand in the presence, in the I am presence of Mother, Father, God, Creator, we call on the spirits of the 4 directions. We call on Mother Earth and Father Sky. We call on the winds of the east. We call on Eagle Wind. We take a breath, and we ask Eagle to fly with us. Let us fly with Eagle to see new growth, new opportunities, new horizons that we only dreamed existed. And Eagle brings us around to the south, to the energy of the physical, of jaguar, of snake, coyote. And we ask those energies to step close. We ask, how do they know when it is to move? How does jaguar see in the jungle? How does snake open up, straighten out, and shed his skin so easily? And how does coyote play? And we ask jaguar to take us to the west, to the healing waters of the west. And we ask jaguar to protect this space as we drop into the energy of bear, as we drop into the energies of cosmic whale and beautiful shell woman. And we feel the tides of water cleaning us, going back and forth, gently removing things that no longer serve us. And again, we call on jaguar to walk with us when we walk into the north, to the land of white buffalo calf woman, to hummingbird. And hummingbird shares with us how it drinks from the sweetest of the flowers that are coming up in the spring. We ask white buffalo calf woman to share with us how she carries the sacred pipe around the 4 directions. And we thank Mother Earth for all she has given me. We thank her for this newness, this spring that is coming forward. The new seeds, what we've planted, they're starting to grow, breaking out of the soil. And we call on the Sky Nation, our galactic friends. Be with us, shine bright, twinkle in the night sky. Let us not be afraid of new growth. Let us not be afraid of spring. Thank you. Aho. So let's just take a couple of slow, deep breaths. And if this drum sound starts sounding fuzzy, please let me know. Okay. Okay, so as we take a couple of deep breaths, we feel ourselves in these chairs in this 3D room. We want to set an intention. And the intention that we want to set is to go into the middle world, a place of non-ordinary reality. And we want to go to a point where we can feel the cleansing, the healing, the rebirth. We take another deep breath and we feel ourselves rising above our chairs. We walk out of our rooms in our mind's eye using our imaginations. If something comes up that pulls us back into the 3D, acknowledge it, let it go, get back to the intention of dropping into the middle world to find healing and clarity for this moment. We walk out of the door into the cloakroom and we take off our egos, we take off our judgments. And we find a robe that fits us. It's calling for us. What's it look like? What's it made out of? Some of us are going to go to a different place than the whole group. That's fine. As we get on our robes, we find a bag that's hanging behind the robe. We grab the bag, we look inside of it, and it's full of little gifts. Precious gifts. Simple. And we find ourselves walking down this beautiful path in nature. Pay attention to what we're walking on, what we're flying on. Did Eagle come and share his wings with you? Maybe we're swimming in a stream. And we come to this place in nature. It's the great tree. And underneath this great tree, pay attention to what is blooming around this tree, what is in the tree branches. It's awesome. Let's just stay here and marvel and remember that this tree at one time was a little sapling just poking its head out, and look where it is now. And as we're in marvel of this tree, we see an opening, and the tree invites us in. And we go into the opening, and we see this pathway, a staircase going down. And we follow this staircase down. And the first opening is to the middle world. And we step out into the middle world. And we see this mountain right before us. we are being invited to go up to that mountain. And as we start walking up it, we notice how easy it is to climb. And halfway up, there is a pool, a pond. And it's inviting us to take a swim. As we get into the water, we feel stingless jellyfish surrounding our body. These are healing jellyfish. We can feel their tentacles sending little electrical impulses. It's cleaning our auric field, our luminous energy fields. And we feel lighter and brighter. And when we regather our awareness, we notice that they have taken us up the mountain, past the mountain, to a great sun. And as we are floating next to that sun, we see the rays of the sun gently falling on the earth. And we know that we are supposed to grab hold of one of those rays. You can wrap that ray around you. You can place that ray on somebody else. This is another healing ray and one of knowledge. Let's stay in this white light. And we feel an energy calling us, asking us to unravel from the ray, straighten it out, and place it on the earth. Where are you placing your ray? Where does it go to? Where does it come from? And you look down on the earth at all of the rays of light, the ley lines that are being laid across the planet. Are they pulsing? Do they have color? And as you place that line on the earth, the energy calls you. And you find yourself untethered. You find yourself in the upper world. And you are with the great sun. Some call it the central sun. You're with the divine feminine. She asks us to stay here for a while. Just to be in her presence. You can ask a question. You can just relax, sit next to her. Let your imagination go. The Divine Mother reminds us that we can come back here anytime. For longer next time, for shorter. Our 3D time does not matter to her. And you notice that she, in your mind's eye, is wearing the same gift pouch that you had. And she reaches in and she gives you a gift. And you reach into your pouch and offer her a gift. Thanks you for your time. Surprises you that she thanks you. And off we go. Back down, away from the central sun, but still feeling it, still part of it. We see the earth with all its grid lines, all its ley lines, lit up, straight, colors. And we see the openings that we walk through in the great tree. We go through the opening. The stairs, out the door, and we find ourselves back on the path. We walk up the path, looking at the things that we saw before on the path. Have they changed? Have they become lighter, brighter? Find ourselves in the cloakroom. We take off our cloaks. We find our egos to put them back on. They're all clean. We look at the gift that we got. And we walk into our 3D rooms. Find ourselves in our chairs. We take a deep breath, slowly, ever so gently coming back. Remembering where we went. If you want to jot down anything, jot it down.